I distinctly remember asking a sergeant a question and then asking why, and him looking at me as crazy, like I'd asked that, and then him doing this, like, because I have 3 stripes. That's why.
Almost the worst answer ever.
That doesn't help me understand it, right?
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure that our folks are approachable. Like this is part of your job, is to be able to have people come and be able to talk to you. And so that is a portion of our evolution. But I think evolution is something that makes us super uncomfortable. There's that phrase that you always hear about, and cops hate, 2 things. They hate change, and they hate the way things are. Right. And so,
yeah, you talk about that, Sergeant. I remember people would be offended if you asked why.
yeah,
because it was taken as like a challenge to their authority.
Right.
But also, one unacceptable answer you would hear is, because that's the way we've always done it.
Yeah, that's the one we still hear.
Yeah, that's when someone tells you that, you can be sure that they don't know what the answer is.
Well, and I think it's the same thing because I told you, because I'm the sergeant. I think that's what it is too, is because they actually don't know what the answer is either.
It's a lack of confidence.
Yeah, it's a lack of confidence. They might not know their job. We fail a lot in policing to train people for their next job. So generally people, not always, but generally people promote because they were pretty good at their last job.
Yeah.
And if you don't get training, you don't know how you fit in the bigger picture for the next job, then you're going to spend your time trying to do the previous job, which you were actually probably pretty good at, or okay at least. And so you're doing that job instead of figuring out what your job is.
Like the way I look at it, it's like, if I don't know something, I don't know it.
And it's okay.
The other thing is like, everyone knows that you don't know that.
100%.
And so when you try to pretend like you do, or you're better than that, or just like shut up and listen, like they know you don't know.
Yeah.
And so you might as well just be honest.
You look even more foolish.
Yeah.
Tell the watch commanders that I don't expect you to know everything. There's a reason that board there has people from SVU on call, from DOPE on call, from command staff person on call, IA on call. Those are the folks that are supposed to know those things, make a phone call, and it's your job to kind of manage it and move some of those things around. So I definitely think that's important to maintain some level of credibility and go, man, I don't know the answer to that. And asking why, there's no problems with that. When shots are fired, bullets are flying, that's not the time to ask why.
Correct.
That's the time to go do what you're told, and you can after action report it later and work through those type of things later. Right then, do your job and go do what you're told.
But the vast majority of the time, it's not a life or death
it's not one of those situations. Totally agree.